Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
So I think, we can look at the level of ideas in the way that I've been describing, but some of this is quite emotional work. Some of this is not just about logic, it is an emotional journey, and looking at our bias and noticing ourselves falling into certain assumptions, I think can be very painful, and I find hardly anyone's talking about that. But if we were more able to just confess it, or, we've got ways of working with mistakes in our practice, it would be a really interesting exploration. In exploring this fetter of doubt and Bhante Sangharakshita's word for it, vagueness, I also found myself reflecting a lot on cultivating faith as much as cultivating clarity, and that they, in my experience, both are needed. And I might cultivate faith by really noticing the ways in which practice has a positive impact on people. And I might practice clarity by being really deeply aware of more and more aware of my biases. Or going to my friend when I don't think I'm thinking very well and getting her to help me. Or checking I'm really sure of my sources of information. Or having a really good discussion with someone who asks really good questions. Those are all different ways to work with clarity. Plus, being alone, reflecting, meditating, having some time where you can just tune in with your own sort of wisdoms and deeper knowing that we can hold even within the body often. And that's another whole subject of a talk, which Balajit would probably be better at giving than I would. I've dug around in the suttas and found this term, reacquainted myself with this term, Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention, an antidote to doubt. And so when in doubt, we just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We meditate, all the other things we do, because the remedy is the practice. And even when we're not sure of practice, it's kind of counterintuitive, you just kind of keep going. And that certainly has been my experience. So back to the mirror. Remember the mirror, the beautiful, clear mirror that was able to reflect things as they really were with the dust that had accumulated over the top. So on the shrine tonight, we've got Vajrasattva, who is one of the archetypal Buddha forms. And maybe all Buddhas do, but particularly he has this representation or this symbolism of primordial purity. So he is gold there, as he's made of metal, but in the paintings of him, he would be pure white, the colour of white that you would find of sunlight shining on snow. He really represents that at our core, we are like the mirror, completely pure, where our essence is completely unstained, unsullied, and what we just need to do is to wipe the dust off.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.